Hey everyone, what's going on? Whether you're new or returning here, thank you for tuning in to this movie review for Transformers Rise of the Beasts. Directed by Steven Caple Jr. and cast including Peter Dinklage, Pete Davidson, Peter Cullen, Michelle Yeoh, Anthony Ramos. Transformers Rise of the Beasts tells the story of the Autobots to stop Scourge and his army from helping Unicron come to Earth. And having just gone out of the cinema of seeing that said Transformers movie, I could say, guys, I don't think this one's great. I'm going to be honest, and I don't think that it's a return to form, a return of the franchise, or one that is just, got me excited to check out more installments, unfortunately, because I will say, the first Transformers movie I really enjoy. The second one is kind of like a guilty pleasure, at least, Linkin Park New Divide came from that movie. And yeah, the later installments with Mark Wahlberg, we just don't really even talk about those, to be honest. I have got a couple of positives, which I'll get into now. Anthony Ramos, in terms of our human characters that we get, definitely the most likable one out of them all here. He's got that charisma, he's got that charm. He's a likable character and definitely probably the best human character in here. Everyone else didn't really care about, which we'll get into. Yeah, so definitely give praise to him. The action that we have with the Terracons and the Autobots, I really enjoyed that, and kind of our battles that we do get in the big battles as shown in the trailer. Yeah, at least they deliver, they're good, they're entertaining, definitely just, bucket of popcorn, which I had, and just a good time to see at least, and I was entertained by those moments. And I will say that Scourge is definitely one of the better kind of characters that I've seen in these movies. And of course, Peter Cullen's memorable voice as Optimus Prime is always a treat, and Optimus is not as likable here. I guess he's more kind of not so relatable and relatable at the same time, because he's wanting this key to go home, and of course he's thinking of himself a lot, but then it kind of towards the end he kind of comes around a little bit. I'm not going to say too much without giving spoilers. And yeah, the cinematography at parts here is nice. There is moments where it's done alright. I can't say that it's done terribly, but with all of that said, I'm going to go into kind of a big list of negatives that I've got with this movie. Firstly, the green screen and CG here in parts is absolutely abysmal. Now, don't get me wrong, I know you guys are going to be like, well, Mike, it's a Transformers movie about CG robots, how's it that bad? Yeah, I get that. There's moments where the CG looks good for these robots, absolutely, but there's some certain shots where it's like zoom in on the face of like an Autobot or one of these creatures, and it looks bad. It could have really done with a couple of glossing over. And there's a moment where Anthony Ramos is getting picked up by it. You can tell he's in front of a green screen. They haven't polished it up at all. And even when they've used real on-set location shots like Peru, for example, there's even a couple of scenes there, it just looks really, really bad. And it just took me out of that movie in the moment. Because the other stuff, when the CG is actually quite good, I was like, yeah, I could buy into this. I can believe that Anthony Ramos is talking to Optimus Prime. He's like right there, and he's talking to Optimus. I could believe those moments, but the moments that were bad were just flat out bad here. Also, Dominique Fishback as Elena here, man, she was written so awful. She's got to be one of the most generic characters you've ever going to meet, or you're ever going to meet. And it's a shame, because this actress is good, and especially in the movie The Hate You Give, which I have seen, and I actually enjoy that movie, and I think she's actually pretty good in that movie. So in this one, she's just relegated, and she's got no chemistry with Anthony Ramos whatsoever. It's painful to watch. When that doesn't work and you're sat through a 2-hour movie, I was just cringing. It was hard to watch at certain points in throughout. I can't really say that this is a great movie. Was I entertained at points? For sure, with the Autobot action and Anthony Ramos. Yeah, besides that though, this movie's going to get a thumbs down, guys. So with that said, my overall score for Transformers Rise of the Beasts is a 2 out of 5 stars. Have you seen this movie? Are you going to go check it out? I'll leave any and all comments down below. Do you agree with me or do you completely disagree? Well, if you do disagree, let me know. I would love to have that conversation with you. But I hope that you've enjoyed the video. Give it a big thumbs up and also subscribe by clicking the red button down below if you've enjoyed this video and want to see more. And until the next time that I see you, I'll be seeing you later. To see more content like this, join me over on my Patreon today. The link is down below in the description box. You get access to early videos, my release schedules, you request movies for me to check out. You get to name characters in my books and so much more. Whilst you're also clicking that link down below, if you want to grab some t-shirts as well or some merch, go explore the shop. And I want to give a big thank you to all my awesome Patreons who help support the channel, who also have YouTube channels. Go over and subscribe to them.